Good to see you. Thanks for speaking to us. Firstly, fans want to know how you're doing and if you enjoyed a brief break after what was a really busy winter period.
Yeah, I'm good. It's been it's been nice to have a break. I was ill for the whole of it, so it wasn't great.
Oh, really?
After the Kilmarnock game, I was ill the whole week, so yeah, it wasn't great. But we got to go home, spend time with the kids, so it was fine.
Unfortunate you're ill, but I guess it's pretty rare for you, aside from the summer, now you have this winter break to get a bit of time away with the family. Are you able to switch off, or is it, there's so many games coming up that I guess you're still focused on that to a degree?
No, to be fair, when I'm away from football and with the kids, I try and be present with them and completely switch off from football. I think that's where kids has probably helped me in my career. That I don't overthink things anymore. I don't go home and I try and leave football at the door. My kids are important, and all they want is the dad to be present at home. So I try and do that as much as possible.
What's the benefit of a winter training camp like this? Because we hear a lot that a lot of clubs do it. It's obviously beneficial. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you've not actually had before this much training time with the manager. There's been so many games. I mean, what is the actual benefit of coming away for 5-6 days, only having friendlies and being able to work on the training pitch?
No, it's good. We don't get a lot of time to train, so it's good to actually be out here. I think it's important you get to take care of your body more. Obviously, you get more time after training to be able to do recovery and more time with physios and staff in the evenings and stuff like that. So you can probably work a little bit harder because you can take care of your body a bit more. And then I just think for everyone to be together, it brings together that unity. You're together 24 hours. You probably speak to people that you don't speak to that much in and around the training ground. So it's good for everyone to be together and be in one place for a few days, and you get to know people probably a little bit more.
Looking back, it's been a long season already and only a few months. How do you look back and sum up the 4, 5, 6 months since August?
A roller coaster. Probably starting with lows and then ending with highs and then going back to a low. But it sums up my time at this football club. It always is like that. If you don't win, you know how it's going to be. If you lose, you know how it's going to be. And if you win, you know you're on top of the world and you're heroes. But you get used to it. We know the demands here. I know the demands here. So you take that into consideration. The longer you've been here, I think, kind of the easier it gets. I think for new players, it's obviously difficult. They haven't probably seen anything like it before, but it's been the same as it is every year. There's ups and downs. I think we've ended on a positive note. I think we're in competitions. We've won a competition, which I think was a massive signal. It's been 18 months since we had won our last trophy, and I think we needed that as a group, especially as a new group, to show new boys what it's like to win at this place, to get the feel of it, to get the taste of it, and to strive for more in the future.
The new manager obviously got that trophy in early. The mood seems really good. He came in difficult circumstances, again, didn't have much time in the training pitch. How would you sum up working with him so far and how the mood has changed since he came to the club in October?
Really good. He's clear and precise in everything that he wants. He demands high standards in everything that we do and 100% in everything that we do. And I think he's gained the respect very quickly of the team in every area, tactically, the way he wants to play, and then disciplinary around the club, respect for other people, the way that he wants you to train. There's no easy days, and there's no days where you're able to give 60, 70, 80% in training. So I like that. I love that. It's the way that I am, and I think that it's something that this place has craved for a long time.
Do you that type of personality, that character, do you think that's what has achieved that buy-in so far? Because I think it was 16 he went unbeaten, a really good, obviously, first few months. Did he need that type of personality to come in and address the situation right away and get things moving in the right direction?
Yeah, definitely. I think the club needed someone to come in and say it's my way or the highway, and I think that's what he's done. I think that he's set his president out very early, and you can see in some team selections or some decisions that he's made that it is his way or you're not going to play. And I think that means that everyone's on board and everyone's pulling in the same direction. And then at the same time, he's a good man manager. He's a good people person. He speaks well. He speaks clear. He's honest, which I think is the only thing you can ask for as a player. And I think that's why he'll get the best out of this club.
You speak about a roller coaster. When you signed that 4-year deal 18 months ago, you spoke about going for more success, and a lot has changed since then. A lot of managerial change. Do you feel now with this manager and this squad that you're in the best place to achieve with this squad more success this season and next season?
I really hope so. That's why I signed the contract. That's why I stayed here. The feeling of winning here is a feeling that I don't think you can get anywhere else. And that's all I want to do, and that's why I work so hard every day to, one, be in the best condition that I can be, and two, to help this football club, because I know that at the end of the season that's all that you get judged on. And I know every single weekend that's all you get judged on is the results and if you win the game of football. So I hope so. I've still got 2.5 more years, and I hope that by the end of it that there's a lot more trophies.
Just a couple more questions. Defensive record, I think it's 7 and 12 league clean sheets since Clement arrived. Big part of that's been Jack Butland. You've worked with a couple of great goalkeepers now at Rangers. What's he been like? Because it seems like, that's not an easy shirt to fill. A lot of legends at Rangers have been goalkeepers, but he's done it very quickly. What's he been like to play with, and just how good is he?
No, really good. Just the presence and the calmness that you have behind him, and then when big moments happen, I feel like for a goalkeeper, especially at this club, sometimes you don't have a lot to do, but when the big moments come, he seems to pull off saves, and he seems to help a team. You look at even one in the last game against Clement, even though we didn't keep a clean sheet in that game, but the one-on-one in the first half at 0-0, I think that if that goes in, then Ibrox probably gets a little bit twitchy, and then we don't probably play as well, and then 10 minutes later we're 2-0 up and the atmosphere is completely different. So it's brilliant. He comes and collects when balls are in the air, so it helps us on set piece and stuff like that. And with the ball at his feet, he can play with us. So he's been an amazing addition as well. I think as a top person, a real top person around the dressing room, a leader, one of the leaders now, and hopefully long may it continue.
Another one, Fabio Silva, a new teammate. You've seen him a few times in training now. What's he been like? Because he comes into an area of the squad up top where you probably needed some reinforcements in January.
Yeah, it was good to get him early. Obviously, I've only trained with him now for the last 2 days, and he looks good. He looks like he's trying hard to settle. Again, he seems like a really nice person. He's talking to all the boys, and he's not isolated. So I think that'll be important when people come on loan for only 6 months. But he seems like he's worked his socks off in training. To be fair, I can't say too much because we haven't done certain exercises. We haven't played games to see him actually 11v11 scoring goals. So, but the way he works in training, I think, is infectious. His pressing's infectious. So, I think you get that high end up the pitch, and then I think the whole team follows. So, no, hopefully I'll see more of him this week, next week, and then hopefully he hits the ground running and scores goals for us.
Yeah. And just finally, looking ahead to the rest of the season, you're in the last 16 of the Europa League. We know what can happen there. I'm sure there'll be real confidence within the group that you can do something within that competition. Obviously still in the cup, really still in the title race. What's possible between now and the end of the season, and how excited should supporters be for what this group hopefully can achieve?
Work hard every day, and we'll see where the process takes us. I think that's the only way to do it. It's the only way that I know how to do it. I think if you look too far ahead, it causes nerves and anxiety and will it, won't it? So I don't think there's any point. Work hard every single day, bring your best self every single day, and then what will happen will happen. But I think the only thing that you can do and we can do as a team and individuals is work our hardest, try and improve every single day, try and listen to the manager and get his points as quickly as possible, and see how we can develop. And the more that we develop, the more performances we'll achieve, and the more wins that we'll achieve, and the more points that we'll get. And then hopefully at the end of the season we end up in the big months with titles on the horizon. But until then, work hard every day, and that's all you can do.